recorded and monitored. If you wish to block any future calls of this nature, dial 7 now. To accept this call, press 5 now. To decline this call, hang up.
Well, Kat, I haven't heard from you in a while. How's everything going? Oh, good. Yeah, I like when there's something to report that's going on inside the prison. So, what kind of issues are you running into? You know, I've heard that issue quite a bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, different prisons are having it too. I think mainly because I think the mask mandate, people were quitting for that, or they found a better job. You know, holding good workers with this economy, with the way people are, you know, they're offering bonuses and stuff. And some of them can work from home, and some of them can work closer. You know, it's just there's a lot of good advantages to the people looking for jobs. And so it doesn't surprise me that the prison staff are just leaving. Anybody being fired over there? Okay. So mainly it's just people quitting. Ooh, getting frustrated. Yeah. I have heard of things like that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so they're changing rules and ignoring rules, and then your complaints are being ignored. Yep, same old. Okay, yeah, I will definitely. Yeah, I think the legislators should know. I mean, for them, they have bigger fish to fry, or they don't want to get involved with it. We just have to keep banging on the door. You know, eventually they're going to open it up and acknowledge our existence. And anytime you mention that you're working with a incarcerated person, oh my goodness, it just goes crazy. I know. You're not going to be in there forever. And there's a lot of advocates out here and a lot of nonprofits that work with you guys. And so I suggest that you get with that, those different programs and people, and get involved as much as you can, because what you went through doesn't necessarily mean it has to happen for the people after you. And you know, you represent a very unique community in there. And I know, and I've heard both sides of it. Sometimes they say that transgender and the LGBTQ community, they get special treatments, and you know, like the transgender, they could get their sex change in the prison, and so of course, you know, the public, they don't really react to that. I guess they don't care. And technically, it shouldn't really be that big of an issue. I just hope people aren't getting arrested to go in there to do that. It's just that I've heard that they get special privileges in their, as far as picking cellmates or which cells they stay in. And there's certain times they can go to the shower. It's just, yeah, I know you guys hit it all the time, but what about the staff that works with you guys? Is there anybody that's, you know,
You have 60 seconds
good
remaining.
support member that walked out? So you're being left with some of the haters in there. Boy, that is a big issue. And we need to let everybody know that there's a shortage of staff. Oh, definitely. We'll get the word out. And have you been talking to your loved ones? And okay, have them do the same thing, and they can post on my website. Good.
You have 30 seconds remaining.
We can never get too much support. Let's put it that way. Okay, just send me emails, send me letters, keep calling. Don't be a stranger. Keep me posted on everything that's going on over there. All right. Well, good luck with your fight. And I'm going to do what I can out here. And mainly, let's just get the word out. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Truth, anything we can get it out on. Welcome to a QS Inmate Call, and I am your host, Joel Wilborn. And this is a conversation that's based on another real-life person. And these are issues that come up not just at the women's prison, but men's prison, jails, juvenile centers. It's just that there are some staff members out there who really care about the people they're working with. You know, counselors care, coaches, instructors, guards, even members of the executive staff in the prison that the superintendent and the secretary and the sergeants and the people who run the various departments, even doctors and volunteers. There's a lot of folks that just really care about the people they're working with in there, and they want to see them get out and never come back. They want to see them succeed. They want to see their families grow, and they want to see their life improve. And when they come to work and they have that drive, that motivation to do the right thing, and there's people in there that just push back, it can be frustrating after a while. You know, if a person says, I have an old, dirty, messed up blanket and I'd like to get a new one, and the staff member goes and reports it and tries to get a new one, tells the person I'm working on it, and nothing's done, or they get told something like that we're not going to buy any new blankets for them, they're just going to have to suck it up. Eventually, they'll just give up. And when you're not very high on the scale, then it's easy to get stepped on. And that's a shame, because everybody suffers in a situation like that. You've got the staff member who has to leave a job that is greatly appreciated and liked, and you feel that sense of, accomplishment, and the staff member has to leave. And then you have the incarcerated people who are very upset because somebody who cared about them, somebody who listened to them, somebody who at least tried and understood what they were going through is now gone. And there's been several people across the state that's told me that. I hate the fact that these people are leaving. I hate to see that. One woman who was released not that long ago, she said she connected with a staff member that she really appreciated when she was in prison. And she found out this person left the prison system and got a new, higher paying, better job. And who's going to argue with that? It's just that if you don't give any incentive, why do the people want to stay? And true, a lot of these prisons are closing anyway. And rather than be reassigned, the people are just saying, I'm just going to go get me another job. And that's good for them if they can get another job. It's bad that their position can't be replaced. At least not right away. So, the prison has to try to modify their routine. I mean, this pandemic caused some services to be lost. They had to cancel them or take the resources and allocate them to something else. And so, like in the women's prison in Washington, the chapel was converted to a holding unit for people who test positive with the pandemic, with the virus. And they, so they don't have any religious services over there. And religion is something that should be allowed, should be not really a privilege, but a necessity. It's something that you have freedom of religion, you have a right to practice, unrestricted. And then to run across this is just scary. So that's something that I just have to look at and try to work through. And you can only say so much. There's only so much they'll do to assist. And a lot of people, and this helps the prison system, is they just give up. When I was mistreated in the system, and I prefer that I get mistreated rather than the people that I'm working with. And in this particular case, it got both of us, because I sent money to an inmate and they confiscated the money. And then so now I'm fighting to get that money back. And the reasons they gave were just kind of silly. So they're conducting their own investigation on it. It's just that why do that in the first place? It's like shoot first and ask questions later. They commit the act and then they cover it up. And of course, like a lot of government officials, they don't ever want to admit any fault. And true Americans, and pretty much in any other country as well, people respect the truth. If you mess up, tell the truth. They respect that. If your friend does something wrong and then you call him out on it and he tells you the truth, you'll have respect for that, and you'll expect that from your friend. That's one of the things that distinguishes a friend from anybody else. They're in your corner. They work with you. They're not out to hurt you and harm you in any way. And so if you have a friend who lies to you, then you kind of wonder, what's the purpose? And there's various reasons why we lie. And I think in the government, they lie just to cover things up, or to avoid admitting guilt. And it just backfires no matter what. And that's something that we have to fight with them on. And when I have an issue that I want to resolve, and I'll keep right on going, I've got plenty of time. I'll stop when I'm dead or when it's resolved. And so while I'm fighting issues and there's not a bigger staff there, then it's kind of discouraging. So it having a minimum staff affects all of us. And there's really nothing we can do to keep people from leaving. We can't keep people from getting fired. We can't keep people from finding better jobs. we can just announce that the prison is not at full capacity because staff is minimalized. So maybe we need to get rid of the prisons. I think that would be a good way to save money, and I think these people will be happier working outside that system. But that's just me. So I'm currently working on some issues that revolve around that. See what I can do to bring them to a quick resolution. And I hope you will tune in to the YouTube channel, Joel Wilborn channel. Look for Oxyword and listen to some of the incarcerated people tell their stories and their concerns. There's a wide variety of things that goes on in the prisons, and the only way to know what really goes on in there is to talk to the people who are incarcerated in there. And yeah, we know some people who like to play the system and like to garner sympathy. Feel sorry for me, I'm a victim. That's just a small part of it, though. And that's just their way of surviving. They have to do that in order to get by day to day, I guess. But once we call them out on it, they'll understand. You can't fool everybody. And so the stories we hear sometimes are exaggerated. Sometimes they trick staff members. That's just human nature for everybody. We just it's our survival techniques kicking in, and it shouldn't have to be that way in a prison. It shouldn't have to be that way in a community. So if we can let folks know we're listening to them and that we care and that we're going to try, I think that's going to be a fantastic motivator. So if you can, go ahead and tune in, listen to some of those interviews, and contact them. Learn a little bit more, and we'll have a better understanding of what got them motivated to commit a crime, and maybe we can help this high crime rate by addressing the real issue instead of making stuff up. The rise in crime isn't because of guns or knives or social media. It's because people are just frustrated. Things in their mind have just snapped. And if we can find a better solution than shooting up schools or robbing grocery stores or assaulting people, let's go for it. It's a win-win situation. So thanks for tuning in, and please get out there and make a difference. Let's reduce crime. Let's get these prisons closed, and let's get our community back the way it should be, where people can walk outside and feel safe and secure and not have to hide, not have to worry about buying guns and protecting themselves. It's a far-fetched dream, but it is possible. And if we all work together, we can do it. We've got a mission. Let's work together and let's come up with a solution. So go out, have yourself a wonderful day, and make beautiful memories for tomorrow.